Hello YouTube, Gentleman 2005 here with the review of the Kamen Rider build. Kuroko Enjuu DX Nebula Steam Gun. So we have another gun, which is basically a repaint, slight remold of the Trans Steam Gun, right, from earlier in the series. Now this is this purple gun right here that the brothers right here, the Washio brothers, use to transform into the either their engine bros or remote com bros, and then they can also combine together into Hell Bros, which is just fun, right? That's what we see here in the front, Hell Bros. This would be engine, and this is remote con right there. And also Rogue uses this. These are the two bottles, Gear Engine and Gear Remocon. Gun build show logo, lights and sounds, Kuroko Enjuu DX Nebula Steam Gun. On this side, there's the three of them right there, and on this side is just a continuation and just shows the gun and the bottles. On the back, up top here is the bottles. Use it with all these other items. And there is the box contents. Point 1, make gun sounds. Point 2, transform into either of them. Point 3, use them both together to transform into Hell Bros. Actually, that's still point 2. My bad. Point 3, I believe, is finishing attacks. Right. Point 4 is you can combine the Steam Blade with it to make rifle mode. Up here we see gear, trigger, and then Hell Bros and Rogue. On the bottom, again, is Hell Bros' face, Rogue's face, and the gun. So, here's the gun. Right, as we said, it's a purple repaint of the Trans Steam Gun. It's actually, it's now Mardi Gras color, right? It's purple, green, and gold. I love it. No, I hate Mardi Gras, actually. But I do like this purple. And you see all the gears. They don't turn as far as I haven't been able to make them turn, so I don't think they turn. Trigger, the same reader that reads, only a couple of bottles, right? Doesn't read all of them. On-off switch, the button that releases the back of the Steam Blade. The button here that releases the bottles. 3 batteries again. There's a third battery up there, like we said before. Nebula Steam Gun. Gun sounds. Right. Now, the 2 bottles. Gear Engine. So it's like this clear yellow, right, with a white gear on the front. Right. Let's lower this a little bit so it's not so high. It does not shake. It does not twist the cap. It does have a QR code, and it does have a set of pins. 042, right, which we're going to take a look at. It's going to come into play later, because if you remember, we talked about best matches and how the numbers of best matches, they're always next to each other. Well, this guy right here is number 41. So we're going to take a look at those two together in the build driver. And then, where did I put remote? Remote con's over here. It's the same thing but green. Now, where the little picture would be is different. There is kind of an engine there, whereas there's a remote controls buttons up here. Green gear. Everything else is the same about the design. Right? QR code. This time we got 058. Right? There's the pins there. Now, again, best matches. This guy, who we're going to be using in our video later to make more sounds, 057. So we're going to take a look at Crocodile with Remote Con in the build driver. So let's go ahead. We're going to go into, I guess, point 2, if you, as it is. Transform into Engine Bros. Funky. It's funky fresh. Engine burning gear. Funky drive gear engine. Right. So that's the There we go. That's the same attack. Now we're going to do Remocon Brother. Funky. There we go. Remote control gear. Okay, so that's the two of them. Now, to do the transformation into Hell Bros, we want to do Gear Engine, right? Now, before we pulled the trigger immediately, don't pull the trigger. Immediately go to Remocon Bro. Now it says Funky Match. A little different sound. I got a fever. Only prescription. It's more funky. And then a perfect voice. Now I've got a funky finish. Now let's see something. We're gonna clear it completely, just off and back on. I want to see if we can do it the other direction. All right, so let's try this. Remocon first. And now engine. So yeah, even if we do it in the reverse order, same thing. Right, same voice. So let's now do Crocodile Crack in here. Funky break. Yeah. So I'm curious now. Will it read bat? It just reads it as full bottle. Like it does all the rest of the bottles. Funky attack, full bottle. Okay. In fact, let's get, who do we want to get in here? Let's get Camera. This is a one that's inorganic. So still the same thing. Doesn't matter if it's organic or inorganic. All right, so let's go. In fact, I wanted to show this before and I completely forgot. This is the comparison to the Trans Steam Gun, right? So different bits on the face here, that's the part that's remolded. Everything else is exactly the same, just in a different color. Okay, all the parts and pieces are exactly the same. So let's get the Steam Blade in here. All right, clip it on, same way we did before. Rifle mode. These guys are so funky. All right, let's put engine on. So funky shot, gear engine. Let's try Crocodile. So same thing. And now, Camera. Whoop. Okay. Nothing. It doesn't seem to like Camera. Okay. Okay, now let's do build driver things, since we've done all the things with the gun we can do. Okay. Put our Steam Blade back together, right over here. All right, turn the gun off, and let's get the build driver. Oh, it's on. Cool. Cool. let's start with engine. So we're gonna go ahead and stick it in here. Right now, engine it recognizes. Bat wheel it recognizes, and like we said, best match. That sounds very menacing. Now anyone who follows the toy catalogs, that should come as no surprise to them, though, that Bat Engine is the best match. Or if you just watched the video at the beginning of the show and somebody just got all the sounds out of the belt. Out of the belt. There is a Bat Engine set coming out in the next couple of months. Why? I don't know. I mean, Rogue's a popular character, and Bat Engine is the best match with his bottle of Bat. And Bat Engine, as I said in at least one previous video, is now part of like the 60, right, bottles that's needed to open Pandora's box. When before it was not. Gold Scorpion and F1 Kyoryu were 4 bottles in there, and now it's Santa Cake and Bat Engine. So that's why. But Bat Engine is coming out with like build-esque versions of bottles that look like this, but as opposed to these. So that's happening. That's a thing. And there's let's do the finisher. Nothing about a crocodile remote con though, right? Would be nice just simply because Crocodile's his other bottle. But whatever. Speaking of, let's do that now. So Crocodile, which we know it'll recognize. Best match. Crocodile is the name of that combination. So that's cool. My finisher for it. So cool. All right. Now that we got that out the way, let's turn the belt off, put it off to the side. So, the Nebula steam gun. So, while on the outside it appears to be a repaint / remold of a previously released toy, it is actually a pretty cool one, just simply because, first of all, it works right. It works with the Crocodile Crack bottle that we've already looked at. Plus, you get these 2 gear bottles that do sounds on their own, work with this thing, and can be used in the build driver with 2 bottles that we already have, the Crocodile Crack and the Bat, to give more best match combinations. So that's pretty fun. There's a lot all around with this. So yeah, initially I was like, I don't know about this thing, and then I got it, and so it's coming with these things, and you can do all this. Well, yeah, let's get it. So it's definitely something that is worth getting, especially if you can get it for the right price. But I mean, it's a gun, and which they're always decent sized, right? And then 2 bottles, so it's pretty worth it to get and add a bunch more stuff to your build collection. So many bottles everywhere. So yeah, until next time, which will be, what's next time? Next time is Vinyls, Rabbit, Tank, Hazard, and Rogue, in fact. Check out the podcast, RadioFanaticsRambles.com, bringing you the latest Toku news in the craziest way possible. As always, thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.